scale of growth. The journey this student has taken in their time at ECU is truly remarkable. When I first met them, they were fairly meek, unsure of their direction or desires, and happy to just do as they were told. I wasn't sure at all how they would fare in the demanding world of technical theater, where success often demands initiative, leadership, and creative problem solving under pressure. In the crucible of demanding education and theatrical work, lumps of seemingly innocuous ore can be burned up in the furnace, or they can be smelted into steel, capable of being forged into structures and machines of great strength and resilience. Today's recipient has gone the latter route. From unsure entry-level technician in both his academic and professional work, he has climbed through the gauntlet of electrician, master electrician, assistant LD, associate LD, and on to be a leader and as a technician and a designer in his own right. When students take a fifth year in their undergraduate careers, it is often to finish up a couple of requirements that might have just slipped through the cracks, and to work in a couple of electives in what is commonly referred to as a victory lap. In the world of distance running, it is often considered the ideal to run what we call negative splits, where each segment or distance of a lap is faster and stronger than the previous one. It is a result of hard work through preparation, mental grit, toughness, and drive when it gets hard enough to make you want to quit. This year's outstanding senior took this approach rather than falling off to a case of the senioritis. He stayed on an extra year to finish a second concentration in stage management and hone his skills in all areas. For the ECU Lacine Playhouse, he has served in countless roles at all levels with humility, grace, and perseverance. He designed two main stage shows, stage managed two main stage shows, served as master electrician for the tightest changeover to dance we've ever done, served as assistant production manager, production managed and designed for Fifth Street Players, and that was just this year. That's one hell of a victory lap. As an assistant designer and the assistant production manager, he has been invaluable to me personally, making sure my head stays screwed on mostly straight, taking excellent notes both for others and for himself, and learning the difficult skill of looking forward down the road to stay one step ahead of the curve. He even does the little things well, keeping the tech table clean despite my best efforts to trash it, making sure I'm never short on coffee or getting hangry during tech rehearsals, and communicating with all the appropriate parties consistently and effectively to make sure everyone is on the same page. As an associate designer, he contributes invaluable creative input. As an upperclassman, an officer in USITT, and a shop staff member, he has taken peer-to-peer mentorship to heart, having the perspective and humble nature to know how far he has had to come and how many people were involved in his growth and development. He is always teaching and leading those that are coming up through the ranks, even having internalized and adopted some of my eccentric Zen paradoxes like nothing is important except everything. These surely frustrated him as a young student, which is often their intent. He has, much to his classmates' chagrin, I'm sure, applied the educational practices of skill abstraction and higher order synthetic thinking skills by adopting some of these paradoxes. I grinned ear to ear the first time I heard him tell a young lighting student who was perplexed by some philosophical remark I had made, "Don't listen to anything Eric says, except everything he says." This demonstrated to me a nuanced understanding that part of the way he could contribute to the program here at ECU was to deeply understand the processes that we are teaching and to live it, breathe it, and model it for others. He grew from a young, green, somewhat bewildered freshman to an MVP in my world here at ECU and at the Ohio Light Opera, where I dragged him with me for multiple summers. And I am proud to say that he will now be moving on to be my colleague in the design world and one that I will be thrilled to work with in any capacity. He has recently seen his efforts here come to bear fruit, as he has had to make the enviable decision of choosing between employment offers from Woolly Mammoth, Milwaukee Rep, and Playhouse on the Square, all theaters of significant reputation. Having chosen the Playhouse gig, he is off to Memphis, where he will design a full season in their lab space and also assist throughout their main stage season, but not before another summer in Ohio, where he will design and assist. You know him. You love him. You probably don't want to be him. He's a little weird. Give it up for this year's Outstanding Senior Design and Production, Mr. Justin J.